Alright guys, hi, I'm Coach Josh, this is Coach Andy, and today we're going to go over the deadlift. First I'll just demo a couple reps from a couple different positions. Alright, so that's the deadlift. Now we're going to break it down a little bit. We're going to start with our setup position, the most important part of the deadlift. So I want to make sure that my shins are right up against that bar. Hands are outside my legs, back's nice and flat, head is neutral. My hips are just above my knees, my shoulders are just above my hips. So I'm going to have Andy get in his setup position. I'll stand back here. From here, I'll be able to evaluate him, adjust him a little bit. So let's bring our legs in a little bit. Bring those hands a little bit closer right there. There you go. Flatten that back. Drop your hips just a little bit. And good. Hold that position for a minute. And relax. Good job. So next thing is adding tension to that setup position. So what we don't want is loose arms jerking on the bar when we go to do this movement. So I'm going to get in that setup position, and then from there, I'm just going to add tension to that bar to act like I'm going to go to lift it, but not taking it off the ground. So have Andy come in. Nice setup position, so shins right up against the bar. Nice neutral head, hips, and then we're going to add a little bit of tension to that bar. Everything's locked in, he looks good, and relax. Nice job. All right, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and lift the bar. Very important here, guys, that that bar stays right on our shins. So we want to feel the steel throughout this whole movement. And all we're going to do is lift and then drop from the top. So nice setup position. I'm going to add the tension to the bar. From there, I'm right up my legs. And then just going to drop the bar from the top, all right? So here we go. Get Andy in that on his setup. Everything's nice here, good, and tension to the bar. And up, dragging that bar, get across those shins, and up. All right, let's bring it down, drop. Okay, so we're gonna go nice and smooth, drag that bar right up those legs, bring those hips to the bar, and finish at the top nice and strong. Then drop the bar. Let's do one more rep. So set up, add tension, and nice, slow all the way up. And good. Nice job. So the key there, guys, is keeping those shoulders over that bar as we're coming up all the way and finishing at the top. We don't want to finish with those hips closed down. We want to open them all the way up, all right? The next thing is the descent. So with that descent, really want to focus on the hips. So I'm going to get all the way up to this top position. And then the first thing that's going to happen there, guys, is I'm going to go to shut the door. My hips, I'm just going to hips go straight back. So I'm not, boom, and then I start coming down as a hinging motion and not a squat motion. So from here, set up, add the tension, all the way up. And then from here, hips go back, hinging, and then a slight bend of the knee once I pass the bar with pass my knees with the bar. All right, so let's go ahead and get Andy over here. Go through each one of these, so nice setup. From there, we're going to add a little bit of tension. Go ahead and drag that bar up those shins, standing tall. From there, I'm going to shoot the hips back, and then hinge those hips, and don't want to do that. So, we're going to try this again. Drag that bar right up those shins, and up. From there, we're going to send those hips back as far as possible. Keep going back, 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 and then a slight bend in the knees to lower it down. Want to make sure that we keep the hips down, chest up right here. Want to make sure those hips stay below the shoulders throughout this movement. So let's go ahead and come up again. Really focus on those hips going back, 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 and bend those knees. One more rep. And hips back, back, back. There we go. Nice. So that's the deadlift, guys. A few common faults that we see in this are bending the knees way too early on that descent, which is going to shoot that bar way out here. Want to make sure you don't do that. So really focus on keeping those hips back as far as possible until we're past the knee to lower that bar to the ground. And that's the deadlift. Thanks.